Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a story time on my crazy roommate story. I've seen a lot of people do roommate stories about people that they lived with that literally went mad crazy, and I have one to share with you guys today. And I will tell you a background story on it in just a minute, so if you'd like to see that, just keep on watching. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the background story. So we're gonna name this lady, what should we name her? I think we're gonna name her Becky, because I don't know a Becky. I'm not friends with a Becky. I don't know any Beckys. So we're gonna name her Becky. So my mom and Becky were best friends, and they were both single moms at the time. So of course, back in the day, what a lot of people did was like live with their single friends if they had kids too, and we thought it was going to be a great idea because my mom had formed a really good relationship with this woman. Like, they were really good friends and we thought nothing was wrong. So my mom, older sister, and older brother and I moved in with this lady because I was about, I think, 8 at the time. 8, right? I was in the 3rd grade at the time, so I think I was 8. Yes, 8. So we lived with her when I was 8 years old, and her daughter, I think, was about 5 at the time. So I hung out with her, and then her older son and my brother were good friends at the time, so they hung out, and then it was just like my older sister was kind of like, she didn't really have anyone to hang out with, but we all had formed like bonds and stuff, and we were all used to each other. We'd all like hang, so we thought it was a great idea because we all genuinely got along. So my mom, we moved in with her, and for the first 2 months it was going great. Like, everything was good. Like, I was in school, so I didn't really have any problems, and I was like good with everything, and it was like going smoothly, and my brother and the dude were getting along, and my sister was doing good, so we thought it was great. We were like, hey, it's working out great, awesome. And then I think like after the 2-month mark, if even, shit hit the fan, like majorly. So my mom worked a lot, so she wasn't really home, and when she was, like, I feel like Becky was different when my mom was home almost. For the first 2 months, like, she was a lot nicer than she was when my mom was gone. So that was like one thing that should have been like a red flag for us, but whatever. And then the first story that happened with me was I was playing with Becky's daughter. We're gonna call Becky's daughter Susie. So I was playing with Susie, and Susie and I had got along for a while. We were like really good like friends. Like, I felt like a big sister to her, and we were hanging out. And then Susie became this evil little doll. Not a real doll, but she became evil. She would snatch my toys from me and tell her mom I was playing with her toys. She'd just tell on me for nothing. She told on me for saying ass. And her mom blew up on me because she thought I was teaching her the word ass. And I was like, I'm 8 years old. I'm not teaching your 5-year-old daughter the word ass, okay? Like, she literally just went nuts on me all the time, like little sputes. And I was like, do you ever think your daughter's the problem? Of course I didn't say that, but I was literally thinking like, your daughter's the problem, not me. Then eventually my mom was just like, stay away from her, like, make your space. Maybe it's just because she's little. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I like kept my room, kept my space, and I didn't really play with her much. And then she'd tell on me for not playing with her, and I'd get in trouble. And I was like, Susie, you were the worst nightmare ever. And then I remember this one time I had went to Vulcan on a trip, which Vulcan is like this big rock quarry, like where we used to live, and I went on a field trip there, and I got these really cool rocks that I thought were cool because back in the day I used to like love rocks or like stones and stuff, and I'd collect them. So I got this bag of rocks, and Susie threw them in the neighbor's yard like one by one. I couldn't go get them because the neighbor had dogs, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So it was like, hey, Becky, your daughter Susie threw my rocks in the neighbor's yard. What do I do? She literally goes, you shouldn't have had rocks outside. Otherwise, she wouldn't have threw them. I remember that plain as day. Looking back on it, I literally remember her saying that, and I was like, if I would have thrown your daughter's rocks, all hell would break loose. But no. And then this is when stuff gets worse. So Becky, I think, was hosting a party for Susie's birthday, and she had gotten pizza, and she told me, my sister, and my brother, hey, you can have pizza, y'all can all enjoy the pizza. And my sister, I think she either took a slice or took one piece of pepperoni off the pizza. I can't remember which one it was. I could go ask her, but no. She took one thing, and Becky flipped on her. I don't know what happened, but a switch literally flipped in her head, and she went off hardcore on my sister. My sister was like, you said we could have pizza. She was just crazy. And then my mom, I think she told my mom, and my mom was like, okay. Then my mom started to see like red flags. I don't really know what exactly my mom saw. I never really asked her, but I need to. I really want to know. But anyway, so my sister was like, screw this, and I think she went up to her room and was just like, no, not today. And then Becky started to get worse and worse. Like, she was really hard on all of us. I know she did a couple things to my brother, but I don't know. He's not here right now, so I can't really ask, and I don't want to be like, yo, what'd Becky do to you? You know? So I know she was hard on him because her older son, he was the spawn of Satan too. They all spawned from Satan. Literally, he was awful. He was literally the child you don't want your daughter to date, ever. You don't want your daughter to bring this dude home. He was horrible. He was a horrible person, still is to this day. Horrible. And it's like, no wonder why he's like this. But no, he was so bad. He'd always do crap, and I think my brother would get blamed for it, kind of like I was with Susie, and it was a hot mess. Like, literally a hot mess. And it was just so bad, and I was like, being so young, I didn't get it until I got older, but they had some issues. And then this is the worst part of the story. So I was downstairs asleep with my mom because me and my mom shared a room, because at the age I kind of just slept with my mom. It's like a thing we did. I felt comfortable sleeping with her, so that's what happened. So I was downstairs sleeping with my mom because there was a downstairs and an upstairs, so everybody else slept upstairs other than me and my mom. And I remember waking up to fire trucks, police cars outside, ambulances, all outside of the window, and I'm over here freaking out like, what did this crazy woman do to any of my siblings or even my mom, because my mom wasn't in bed. So I walk out of the room, and I'm getting shoved. Becky's younger like daughter, like Susie was shoved to me, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? And I guess an 8-year-old is supposed to watch a 5-year-old while their mom has a crazy moment. So that's what I did. I had to watch Susie, and of course, having like a big sister instinct, even though I wasn't a big sister at the time, I took her in. I was like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. I got her to sleep. Then I like peeked out the door and saw Becky's older son and my big brother literally pounding on the door, trying to get it open. My mom's up there like screaming like, open the door. So I think someone kicked the door in and got in there. And then this is better. This gets better. This really truly does get better. The bathroom door was locked. She was literally in there running water to where it burnt her skin. Like, it was burning her skin. She had like razors everywhere, and it was bad. I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know if it was like a cry for help. I don't know if she was having like one of her really low lows, because she went from like high highs to low lows. But it was so incredibly traumatizing, because to like have kids in the house and do something like that, it was so traumatizing. I still remember it to this day, and it was just such an incredible mess. And I know like now I truly think she was bipolar, but at the time we didn't really know that, because when we first met her and my mom and Becky were best friends, we didn't know anything. We thought she was normal. But when we moved in with her, that's when everything got so bad. And after that big like debacle, the next day my mom was like, we're moving out of here. And I think we moved out within like 3 days. We moved in with my aunt. We were like, we're just gonna live with you till we find another place, because it was so incredibly bad. So lesson learned, don't live with people even if you think you're best friends with them. Like, that's about all I know. But yeah, it was just really crazy. It was so crazy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and hearing about my crazy roommate. It was a really weird experience to experience, but it kind of shaped me to know, be careful who you trust. Honestly, that's just kind of what it like shaped me to know. So leave in the comments below if you've ever had a crazy roommate story. I'd love to know, because I've seen a lot of story times about crazy roommates, and I was like feeling so good that I'm not alone, my family's not alone. So yeah, I had a blast filming this, getting the story out there for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe. I'd love for you to join my family. It means the world to me, and follow my socials. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.